Yo, welcome in. My name is Sweet Phil, and today I'm bringing you the ultimate guide to farming Andariel. This guide is more designed for people who are returning to Diablo 2 with Diablo 2 Resurrected coming out. It's re-sparking their interest to come back and play this amazing game, or maybe someone who's a brand new to the game and they don't have any of the knowledge for Diablo 2, so this is going to be everything you need to know to farm Andariel. This video is a combination of knowledge here that I've racked up from doing a lot of playing and doing research online, getting all the numbers down exact. And it did take a lot of time, and this video is free to watch, so all I ask for you is to destroy that little pretty like button down there. Just give it a little tap-a-rooney and subscribe up if you never want to miss Diablo 2 content. So I started up channel memberships recently, and everyone in the legendary Slayer level of the memberships get a shout out at the beginning of every video. This one goes out to you, Girth Crump. He's my only legendary Slayer right now. Like I said, I just started it up quite recently, so big shout out, you legend. Alrighty, now let's get after it. So the very first thing that you got to know about farming Andariel is it is astronomically important. Do not forget to quest bug Andariel. Now when you quest bug Andariel, it gives you so many more drops because on your actual quest drop for killing every act boss, you actually get way more drops, so you get way better gear that you find from that quest drop. But if you do this with Andariel, you'll get those drops every single time you kill Andariel. Now it's super easy. All you got to do is take down Andariel, wait for the town portal to pop up, go through it, go over to Warveer, travel east. When you get to Act 2, just save and exit the game right there. If you just do that simple little step, that's all it takes to quest bug Andariel, so every time after that you farm Andariel, you're going to get those quest drops and even better gear. So Andariel is a great place to find very, very useful uniques, but you can't find every single item in the game. You're not going to find Arachnid's Mesh, you're not going to find Death's Fathom, you're not going to find things like Tyrael's and Templar's Might, but you can find very useful stuff like Shaco, Whizspike, Viper Magi, Ariad's Face, Jalal's, all different kind of things like that. Those mid-level to upper-level uniques that are going to really boost your character, and they're very, very useful. So one of the most important things to note with Andariel, she uses poison damage, so that's what you're really going to want to watch out for. When you go down to fight Andariel, if you're struggling, if you're kind of new to the game, or it's your first time on a playthrough, you're going to want to stack that poison resistance. A little tip or a little trick to getting more poison resistance, actually, if you take antidote potions, it'll actually increase your poison resistance, and you can actually take a bunch of them before you go fight Andariel, and it'll stack the amount of time that you get that increase of poison resistance, so you can go over to Akara, buy a bunch of antidotes, 10, 15, whatever, chug a whole bunch, and you'll get minutes and minutes and minutes of that extra poison resistance. Another important tip to when fighting Andariel, she actually has a weakness to fire. Her fire res is way lower than the rest. So any of the fire skills, like we'll say Meteor for a sorceress, something like Molten Boulder or Fissure for the druid, you got the fire traps for the assassin, stuff like that is going to deal more damage than the other skills. But of course, one of the best ways to farm Andariel, much like it is with Mephisto and a lot of other areas in the game, it's super easy just to get your Blizzard sorceress, drop down a Blizzard, and run around. A little trick that I do is over on the side over here, I actually run around a stack of barrels or boxes, whatever it is, and I drop a Blizzard. Then when she shoots out either her mist of poison or the little poison arrow that she shoots at you, you can run around the other side of the box and it will not hit you. She cannot shoot through that stuff. You can just keep running around and around in a circle till eventually Andariel will go down. Now if you're struggling a lot with all the other monsters running around, there's a few little tricks here that you can look for. The giant door here, actually if you open it and close it behind you, the monsters cannot open that door themselves, so you can actually trap all the monsters either in the room with the giant hole and pool of blood, or vice versa. You can lure Andy into that room and shut the door behind you to lock all those monsters in. Depending on the way you do end up farming Andariel, if you kill her near that door, make sure you check on the other side of the wall, because if you haven't noticed yet, when Andariel drops dead, all the monsters around here in the near vicinity also drop dead. So actually good items can actually fall on the opposite side of that wall, depending, if you're which side you're on. You can jump over to the other side of that wall, maybe even get lucky and find a high rune over there off of one of them carvers. So if you're farming this on Battle.net, obviously you're not going to have the same map every single time, so you're going to need a little tip on how to find your way down to Andariel faster. See, actually when you're at the waypoint and you come out of that tile, you're going to want to turn right every time. Maybe you go right and go up a corridor to a room and it's not there and you got to come back around and come up to the right again. But just keep going right as much as you can, and that'll be the fastest way to find the next level. After you're down to the next level, level 3 though, unfortunately I don't know of any way that you can really read it or tell which way to go to find a faster way down to level 4. And one interesting about Andariel, she's known for dropping a ton of unique jewelry, and usually obviously you want to farm Andariel in hell to get all the best drops, but there is an instance where actually going back and farming Nightmare Andariel is better, and that's if you're specifically only trying to get that SOJ. Because there's only a certain number of unique rings that can drop from Nightmare Andariel based upon her monster level, you actually have a higher chance to find an SOJ from Nightmare Andariel than anywhere else in the entire game. Well, hopefully this guide to hunting Andariel helped you out. If it did, make sure you go ahead and hit that beautiful little like button, and if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe up too so you never miss any of the Diablo 2 videos. Huge shout out to the sponsors of this video, the Sweetfill Slayers. That's right, members of my channel. If you ever think about supporting the channel, head down right next to the subscribe button. There is a join button, and you too can join up and help support the channel and become a Sweetfill Slayer. So yeah, peace out YouTube. Hopefully I catch you in the next video, and don't forget, keep slaying.